I want you to look at the lens of funnel hacking. So we talked a little about funnel hacking, and we talked a little bit about design hacking, on day number 2. But I want to go back about how I do funnel hacking. So a couple years ago, I bought a green drink company called Zuma Juice. And so the first thing I did is I never create a new funnel or a new offer blind, right? That's just like a rule of mine. Like I do the research ahead of time. So what I did is the first step is I open a Trello board, and this is just a tool I use. I don't use this anymore, but I had a screenshot of it. So I opened Trello and it said, step number 1 for me to build a funnel to compete in the green drink industry is I need to figure out what's actually happening. What are other people doing, right? So I went through and I funnel hacked every single green drink company I could find. And by the way, there's a lot of them. You can see a couple here. There's Sculpt Nation, there's Patriot Health Alliance, there's Skinny Fit Greens, there's Zuma Juice, or there's Organifi, and there's a whole bunch of them, right? So what I would do is I spent like 2 or 3 weeks doing this. It's my favorite part. I love funnel hacking. I want to say, what are people doing? Let me see behind the scenes so I can go and I can figure out how to make my versions better. So we start funnel hacking, okay? So I go to each one, and I told you guys like what good funnel hackers have to do, what good entrepreneurs got to do. You got to be good at pulling your credit card out of your wallet and buying something so you can see what the entire funnel looks like, right? So I had funnel hacks. So I went to this right here, Sculpt Nation. So I bought it, and like there's their sales page, and here's upsell number 1, upsell number 2, and so like that was their funnel. Then I went to and so I took screenshots every single page, and I'd copy in the Trello board. If they had a video sales letter, I would get the video sales letter transcribed, so I could see what was the sales message they used. But I'm going through everything. If they have ads, I'm getting their ads, so I'm putting everything in this card so I can see here's everything that Sculpt Nation does to sell their green drink, right? So I have some really good information. Now, what some people do is they'll funnel hack one person, they go copy him. And like, again, that's not what we do, okay? We're not copiers, we're funnel hackers. We're looking for inspiration. We're looking for ideas and see what they do and how they do it and all that kind of stuff, right? So I go through and I do that for Sculpt Nation. Then I go to Patriot Health Alliance. They have a green drink as well. It's like, what did they do? So I go, funnel hack this one, and here's the video. And so I get the video transcribed. Here's the landing page. I take a screenshot of it. Here's their order form. Take a screenshot of it. Here's upsell number 1. Take a screenshot of it. Here's upsell 2. So I go through and I funnel hack the entire thing, and I have it all in here inside of my Trello board. Then I go to the next one, right? How does Skinny Fit do it? Here's their sales page. Here's their upsell. Here's the downsell. Transcribe all the videos, right? Here's Organifi. So I do this. And for me, again, I'm obsessive compulsive. Like there's a reason why I'm the best in the world at this game, probably because nobody else does it to the level. So I probably funnel hacked 20 green drinks, right? I want to see what all of them were doing. And then based on that, I can see it like, hey, again, Catherine talked about this. What are the patterns, right? What are they all doing this the same? What are some of them doing different? And so we're looking at this and just trying to understand like, okay, if I'm going to compete in this industry, what do I need to do different? Like what's more unique? What things I need to do the same, right? There's things I need to model. If all of them are selling 1, 3, and 4 bottles with a similar price point, probably going to stick with that. Okay. If they all have an upsell of more of the same, probably gonna stick with that. If they have these things are the same. But then if I'm like, this one, like I think the Skinny Fit Greens, or Skinny Greens, it was all targeted just towards women, right? Whereas Organifi was targeted more towards like biohackers, whereas other ones are targeted to athletes. They all had like a different audience they were going after, which is interesting. It's like, what audience am I actually going after? Like, I got to figure out how to make this unique for a specific audience, not just mass to everybody, right? And so these are the things that I'm looking at as I'm going through, and I'm funnel hacking. Okay. Sorry, this is ADD Russell. I see Veronica said, where do I get the funnel hacking live event replays? So 2 ways. One, we have an app that's hopefully get approved through Apple here really soon. But number 2, if you go to onecomaclub.com/login, you log in the members area there, and all your bonuses are there. If you buy the upsells, they're in there. And then all of the funnel hacking live event replays are in there as well. So my team can throw you as a link, but it's just onecomaclub.com/login. Sorry, ADD Russell. All right, we're back to funnel hacking. So, all right, so there's all the different ways. So that's what I would do traditionally, right? And then from that, we had rules of funnel hacking, okay? Because again, when I first started teaching people the concept of funnel hacking, people went out there and started funnel steal. I'm like, no, funnel hacking is not funnel stealing. You don't just go to someone's funnel and you copy it. In fact, it drives me crazy. Like if you look at like any of my funnels, like Expert Secrets, like that book funnel there, I've seen probably 50 people launch his book funnels. They look identical. They copied my cover. They copied my sales page. They have the same colors, the same. I'm like, you guys, like it doesn't help you to copy exactly, right? Especially if you're in my market. Then people are like, it's just like, you're not copying, you're funnel hacking, right? So the way I look at it, if you're here like, before I build a book funnel, I'm gonna go funnel hack 10 different people's book funnels. And then from that, I'm gonna figure out what's my version, what's my spin, what makes mine unique and look different, okay? Again, we're modeling the look and the feel and the layout and the structure, but we're putting our own art on it. I always think about this like when you're building a house, right? You go into neighborhoods, I see this all the time. There's neighborhoods close to where I live where there's one builder who builds all of them, right? And the house layout looks identical. It's the same structure. It's like, here's the framework. And it's the same for 50 houses in this neighborhood, right? So if you look at all the houses don't look the same. Why? Because even though they have the same structure, the same, you're putting different paint on, different colors, different designs, different windows, different shading, different plants, different, so you're changing the aesthetics from each one, right? So in funnel hacking, I'm looking like what's the bones across the thing, right? The structure of all of them, but I'm adding my art on top of it to make it unique to me. Okay. So these are the rules of funnel hacking. Rule number 1, model, don't copy. Never be a knockoff, right? Especially if you're building a funnel for somebody else and you launch like, this is amazing. All of a sudden someone messages, hey, you copied my funnel. And they're like, did you just copy my funnel with that person? Like, you never want it to be like an apples to apples comparison, right? It shouldn't be the same thing. We're not copying, we're modeling. So we're getting different inspirations, right? You have to remix at least 3 different ideas or influences, right? So I'm gonna remix 3 or 4 ideas or influences, and from that, I'm gonna put my art on it, right? Our look, our feel, our logos, our branding, our concept, our headlines, our stories, right? On the structure that's proven across multiple funnels. Does that make sense? Okay. And then you add your own spin, and then thou shalt ClickFunnels. Then you go to ClickFunnels and you actually build the thing out. So that's kind of the rules of funnel hacking, the way that we do funnel hacking, right? And so that's the context of the way I look at the entire world from, okay? Every time I build a funnel, step number 1 is I go and I find as many as I can. Like this challenge funnel, okay? I've done a lot of challenge funnels in the past, but guess what I've done over the last 3 or 4 months? I went and I found every challenge funnel that was successful for the last 3 or 4 months, right? Or the last year. And I went through and I funnel hacked them, took screenshots every page. I took every single session that someone did and I transcribed them. I put them into AI, I analyzed them, look at the layout, like what were they doing? How are they doing it, right? So when we built this entire challenge you guys are part of right now, it wasn't me just guessing based on my bet. Like, I know how to do challenges, I can just do a challenge. Even though I know how to do challenges, I wrote a book teaching challenges. Like I've done events with Pedro Day where we teach challenges for 5 days. Like I know a lot about challenges. But nevertheless, step number 1 is I went through and I found the highest converting challenges in the world. And I spent weeks combing through them, watching them, seeing what they did, how they did it, when they did the offer, how they did the offer, what they like, everything, email sequences, text messages. Like I was funnel hacking everything, right? Before I started building this. So this is how I look at funnel building for me. Is I'm a funnel hacker. I do the research ahead of time, and then I go and I build something amazing.